I don't know if you saw. Okay, here's a cow. Come. It's a cow. It's a bird.
That's great.
You don't see it?
No. I mean, I see them once you point them out.
Okay, yeah. You see the leg, the head,
Yeah.
the body?
Absolutely. No, I mean, I see them when you point them to me. Yeah.
Well, that's what it reminds me of.
Yeah.
That's pretty neat.
That's fantastic.
Yeah. And this, like the reflection of the trees in the water.
Yeah.
Is that what you?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then I see what you see.
Yeah.
Okay.
So in this piece, I will tell you one of the philosophies behind this piece is, so this is painted with carbon, okay, the black and there's carbon, that carbon is sourced from the burning of forests.
Right, yeah, that's what Steve was telling me.
And these different strata that you see in here, for me, there's always a fundamental question of whether it is what I'm seeing is what you're seeing.
Right. Is that the Aurora Borealis?
It could be the Aurora Borealis. This is very much about the Aurora Borealis.
Oh, okay.
But if you have multiple perspectives, you are your own fundamental reality. You are your own fundamental reality.
Right.
I am my own fundamental reality. There is no way that I can truly know what you know.
Right, that's right. It's what I see, what you see.
Okay. So within the traditions of the world, there are a lot of people that have approached this with this kind of question. And if you look at, for instance, shamanic cultures, they'll say there are multiple worlds that are all
blended in,
all one world.
Right.
Okay, and so shamans are just simply the people that are able to move through those different worlds. Okay. You say, Pasha, this is crazy talk. But what are we doing now with our current particle physicists? They're like, hey, you know what? I think there might be multiple universes that are all one space. So these are the people who are our current authorities on this, right? And they're coming up with something that's very similar. So when I began to look at this, I began to think about this possibility that our landscapes might be piled up on top of each other, and that what is being seen by me and what is being seen by an elk, what is being seen by maybe a small little flea inside of a moss, they're all there and they're all shimmering and they're all working together. So that's what is happening for me inside.
Okay.
That's where my mind was going. But that I don't want to determine that as the actual story. So what you see as a lake and the reflection has equal validity in my mind.
You see the snow on top of the trees?
Absolutely, yeah. The fronts.
It's neat.
And there's an eclipse, a lunar eclipse that's chewing up that tree.
Right, and that circle.
Yeah. So you see the aurora in here.
Right. Yeah.
I had when I was working on this project and trying to understand the ecology of forests and forest fires because they dominate the West. We have, this year was a terrible year.
Very.
And so you try to understand what do these things mean? What does it mean when 240,000 acres burn? And everyone says, "Oh my God, this is horrible. This is a catastrophe." But actually, it's what's been going on forever.
Where did you get the charcoal that went around the country?
No, I got it from a very specific fire called the Tripod Complex Fire.
Really?
Yeah, and that was a huge fire, burned 180,000 acres in 2006 in north central Washington. So when I'm working with these forest ecologists, what do I learn? I learn the most amazing thing. A mature tree processes 300, 400, 500 gallons of water a day, okay, through a process that's called evapotranspiration. So it's pulling it out of the earth, up through its trunk, it's going out through its needles or its leaves, and then it's entering into our atmosphere, and it's been purified by that tree. What's going out there is oxygen and water. So when you look at a big tree in your neighborhood, and you see the leaves that are there, what you can't see is the invisible part of the tree. That's this giant flow that's breathing out of it,
tree,
So we say the edge of a tree is the edge of its leaves or the edge of its bark, right? But I think that's a misunderstanding. I think we need to understand it as the giant plume of water that's expanding out.
Enveloping.
Yeah. So what I'm painting in there is this idea of this giant plume of breath.
It's coming out of the
that's
trees.
coming. It's an invisible plume of breath, and I'm painting it with carbon sourced from the tree itself.
It's amazing.
So that's another concept that's behind there.
Very, very unique. My son said, "Oh, I don't think you'll like it," but I do.
Oh, good. It's good to prove your son wrong. You know.
Well, my oldest daughter was an artist.